Cheers. Welcome to the Late Night Picture Show. I don't know if we really have a theme this week, but we're going to get evil. Our first picture that's really dark and shiny. It is among you, possessed, waiting, the demon. Let's see, we got Jennifer Holmes, Cameron Mitchell. That name sounds familiar. Now I got to look him up. Him or her, pardon me. With Craig Gardner, Zoli Markey. Ooh, color by Technicolor. I'll see if I can emulate that this week without getting everything all blurry. Well, last week, these shows kind of had a 70s feel to them. One of them was set in the 70s. So I guess that Penthouse soft focus was okay. That's kind of a green point. But with green chartreuse instead of yellow. Because I don't have yellow. Maybe I'll try it with Benedictine next. That's not a bad idea. You can see all the ingredients on my TikTok video as soon as I figure out what song to play. The Demon, 1979, Gold Key / Hollard Productions. I wonder if that's Gold Key like Gold Key Comics. I like those. Director, Percival Rubens. Percival. Okay. Dad is out one night, and a guy in a brown leather coat and a freaky mask kills his daughter and leaves his wife to die of suffocation, like a bag taped over her head. Kind of terrifying. Well, Dad comes home just in time to save his wife by poking a hole in the plastic bag. And then he hires a psychic cowboy detective. Y'all got that? To find the killer. It's 1975. You know the cops aren't working fast enough. And you know cops in 79 were still kind of... Whoever stuck around long enough became a detective. They didn't have to know shit. It's still like that in some towns, but... Anyway, I've kind of digressed here. So, unfortunately, this psychic cowboy detective is not played by M. Emmett Walsh. Might have been better if it was. Well, he thrashes about the daughter's bedroom and pulls some really intense faces. Acting. Then we move right into Act 2, where we spend way too much time getting to know these college female roommates. And in this movie, it's still the disco days. I guess the disco days were still lingering on in 1979. I may have discoed myself. I was about to turn 14? I had some platform shoes. Well, geez, spit it out. We learn these girls' jobs. We learn their dating habits. Why, we even learn what kind of underwear they wear. Eventually, I'm wishing the killer would show up and kill these two already. The fuck are we waiting for? Jesus. We stalled here. Well, the brunette roommate falls for the richest guy on town, and on the eve of their engagement, finally the masked man shows up. The blonde, of course, isn't there. She's staying at her beau's. But, she's staying at her beau's, and she has, I don't know, a premonition. Let's just call it a bad feeling. After she has a bad feeling, she returns home to find herself face to face with the killer. She makes a mad dash through the house, losing her clothes along the way. Don't ask me. It's 1979. Of course her clothes are just going to fall right off. You know, got to have that big as your house on the big screen there on the drive-in movie theater screen. So 14-year-old kids like me in the neighborhood, I might have been 16 and working at that drive-in in Ruskin. Anyway, with the boyfriend on the way back, presumably to save the day, and the neighbor with his trusty .38. I got a little .38, a little Chief Special, like kind of a nickel plated or something. It's shiny silver. It looks like a real showdown. Neighbor with the .38 versus the killer with maybe a knife, some plastic bags. Nope. You know there's spoilers here. I'm just going to warn you, okay? Spoiler alert. Nope. Roll credits. I wrote up here but I skipped this part. On purpose. Now wait just a goddamn minute. That's what I actually wrote. The killer is a man. He wears a mask. He uses gloves and rope in a duffel bag. He has a kill kit, for hell's sakes. How exactly is he a demon? I never see anything supernatural out of him. So, and I wrote it right here, what the fuck? On the other hand, though, this is like, so Halloween came out in what, 78? So maybe every studio, Gold Key, Hollard Productions, has to have a Michael Myers, right? And Michael Myers is a little bit supernatural, isn't he? He falls off the balcony. presumably dead. But no, he's back, and he keeps coming back. You can drown him, you can burn him in a fire. He keeps coming back. I don't know if I'm going to get into Michael Myers on the Late Night Picture Show. This might be it. I know it's a horror classic, but I'm not just horror here on the Late Night Picture Show. And slasher films aren't my favorite. I might cover the first one. And I finally saw Rob Zombie, so maybe. Anyway. I think that's what happened here. So, I don't know. If you lost the psychic detective, or like I said earlier, you seen Blood Simple? I don't know if I reviewed Blood Simple. But Blood Simple is one of my favorite movies ever. And it's because M. Emmett Walsh is the detective that's investigating what's going on. And that story's too complex for me to even try to tell you what's going on. Maybe I'll do a Coen Brothers double feature. They're cult classics. We'll do Blood Simple and Raising Arizona. I wouldn't mind watching them again. And I have them on VHS. Anyway, let's get back to this movie, shall we, Murph? The Demon, 1979. If you lost the psychic detective and the notion that this killer is anything more than a deranged man, this would have been better. Even the gratuitous drive-in nudity couldn't save it. One. It's a one-ring circus on Feature 1 on the Late Night Picture Show tonight. The Demon. Now, let's go try that with Benedictine rye. Well, basically, we're just making a Manhattan and we're adding Benedictine. If you don't know how to make a Manhattan, just Google it. I don't have the patience for that. Everybody should know how to make one. Let's go make us this drink with Benedictine, because green chartreuse is a little bit stronger than yellow chartreuse. Like 110 proof worth. We'll be right back. Hold on. 110 proof that.